Okay, we are live. Hello, Quentin. Good morning.
Hello, and
How
Stefan.
are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Despite the situation,
Yeah,
I'm healthy, so I'm okay.
that's the most important for everybody, I guess. Being
Yeah,
healthy these days.
yeah,
Um,
the family too. So
yeah, you're back in Belgium now.
no, I'm still in Spain.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
in Spain. Yeah,
okay.
I'm alone. My family is in Belgium, but
Ah,
for the moment, I'm alone here in Spain. Yeah,
that must be hard.
yeah, it's hard because basically I didn't see them from the last window from the national team
Oof.
because of yeah. So it's basically 2 months since my birthday, actually, because I saw them.
Wow.
My birthday was 25th of February when I can, when I saw them. I can FaceTime, but it's not the same
No, no,
being
no.
around
Yeah,
with them. So yeah,
you can't hug them. You can't really do anything with them.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. Especially I have a boy who's just 13 months,
Hmm.
so he's growing up fast, and that's the moment you want to share with him,
Yeah, for
with the
sure.
family. And my daughter is 4, so she start to you know
Yeah,
miss me more. Have the
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah,
get conscious I'm not around a lot, so
yeah.
that's how it is.
That's tough. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the life of a top sporter, of a professional basket player outside of Belgium.
yeah.
Tough situations. S- Since this situation, it's even tougher, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there any? Do you see any improvements now in Spain? Because they are talking a lot about downsizing the restrictions, but are you able to work out or do anything?
For the moment, me, I cannot go outside except to go to the grocery store or to the pharmacy. It's still
You
the
can't
same.
even go running or walking or wow.
No, maybe it's gonna change next week. I just got the
Yeah.
news today. Maybe next week I can walk for 1 hour, but that's it. So yeah,
Sure. So how do you
so
keep in
that's
shape?
but we have every day in the morning around this hour 11:30 we have a workout with our physical
Okay.
trainer from the team from the bow. So every day we do like a video conference and he show exercise and we follow and we try to do as much as we can to
Yeah.
sweat to keep our body in shape.
For the rest of the day, you can't really do anything then.
Uh,
Play
no,
games or.
no, I don't even get my PS4 with me.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that's the tough part because I could play, a little bit more than I used to
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the kids are not around. But I try to keep busy. I'm reading books, watching TV shows. I try to learn a little bit Spanish.
Okay.
I download
That's
this
useful, yeah.
application. Yeah, you never know, and
Yeah.
there's maybe new skills. It's nice to learn.
Hmm.
So yeah, then I do FaceTime with the family
Yeah.
as much as I can too.
Okay. So you turned 30 this year. How does it feel to get on a tree tram, let us say, like they say?
Uh, okay, for me, the number doesn't change anything. Uh, I still feel good,
Yeah.
physically, and the number don't change anything for me. I would say more having two kids changed
Yeah.
me more because
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I have to use a lot of energy for that. But no, I'm feeling good.
You've always been a real physical player. Huh? Your physicality
Uh,
really helped you to get to the level you are now. Right.
yeah, for sure, it's an asset. Since I'm young, I've been every time like this. I mean, it's in my gene, but I work for it too. When I wanted to become a professional player, I did,
Mhm.
extra work. And yeah, for sure, it's a plus uh, for my
That's
career.
also one of the reasons that you were able like to play already 8 seasons in the Belgian Euromillions basketball league at the highest level with Ostende, and it also made you like capable of going even beyond that. But if you go back to those 8 seasons, all of them were with Ostende. Why always Ostende? You never thought about leaving Ostende or going like to Charleroi or Antwerp or in those 8 years? No.
No, in fact, yeah, it happened. I didn't have a contract for 8 years in a row, so it happened 1 year, then 2 years, 3 years I signed. But first, when I came in Ostend, the one who brought me was Jean-Marc Jomain, and for me, Jean-Marc Jomain was a top player in Belgium and also abroad, and it was a big name for a young basketball player as me, who is the one who recruited me. So for me, the sport level was the best choice to go there to learn from him and to have practice with him every day and so on and so on. So then, unfortunately, he didn't stay there because he tried as a coach and didn't. It was not good. Didn't succeed. So then afterwards, some other coach came, and then Coach Gerja came, and with him, he believed in the young Belgian players and give them the chance. So for me, I saw progress every year. Every year, I felt comfortable with him. Give me this confidence, and I saw progress, like I say, every year. So why to change? And also, it was at that moment the top team in Belgium. So when you reach the top team in Belgium, why to go? Maybe like you say, maybe Charleroi. But if you see that it's working for you, why change? And that's why I stayed, and I think I made a good decision.
Yeah, if you see your career until now, I think you did indeed make the good decisions already. Was it a big difference? Was it a big adaptation from the style of play from Jomain to the style of play of and also the way that Gerja teaches and coaches? Was it a big adaptation for you?
I would say the biggest adaptation was coming from playing for third division to get part of practice with the first team. First, when I came, for me it was I practiced 2 or 3 times a week, two or three times a day sometimes. So that was for me the biggest adaptation, and I needed time, to get used to and all of those things. And by that time that I get used to, Jomain wasn't there anymore, and I was young. So I cannot, compare the two where everybody got his own style. And for me, I would say my career really started when Gerja came. That's when I think I would consider the other part of the year when I play or I practice like more preparation, for getting ready to play professional.
So it was not really the coaching; it was already you being adapted to first division that really made you gain those extra levels of level of play.
Yeah, I would say it like this. Yeah.
So Gerja itself, what would you say that he taught you the most?
A lot. But one thing that I know is the respect of everybody.
For him.
For everybody, it's for me. Respect is going, on both sides. The players respect the coach can respect you. You have a respect between players. Everybody gonna respect each other, and it's a lot like we all together. Players, coaching staff, and the rest around. Is against us. You have the fan for sure, but the fact that we respect each other helped a lot. I mean, I had a lot of respect for everybody, and that's how you can grow. And also the respect of the work. The work ethic. You say everybody every time, if you work, the ball gonna give you back. He said that. So when you work and you're gonna have deception, and sometimes it's gonna be difficult. You're not gonna succeed every time, but as long as you work, it's okay.
I asked a couple of days ago, I was talking with Kay van der Vorst, who is also playing now in Ostende, and I asked him, like, people see Gerja as a really tough guy on the court and really aggressive, even also with the Belgian Lions. But I asked, okay, is he, besides that, a relaxed guy or a funny guy even? Do you remember anything that you could say about Gerja? See, this is what he does. If nobody's watching, that really makes him so different.
Yeah, like you say, that's true. Beside and even on practice, he can make jokes, and make you relax, and but when it's time to work and when it's time to not fucking around, he's gonna say, okay, we don't fuck around, we work, we do the job, and when
Yeah.
we do the job, after we can laugh, we can share, because some there is more about basketball. It's also about life in general.
Yeah.
And with him, you can have conversation about anything. He's there for you for everything. So, and
Does
yeah,
that make
like I
him?
say,
Yeah.
he likes to make jokes. I cannot tell you, but a lot of jokes
Yeah.
and call nicknames. That's small details, but he have nicknames for a lot of players. And it makes you, I don't know how to say, but it give an extra, how you say, level of connection between you
Yeah.
and him. And everybody then start to call you the same. The players also call you by this nickname, and
And what was
it's
yours?
I have several, like Magic Mike, Iron Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
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 nice. That's cool. Yeah.
yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
also probably why the players really love to work with Janja. Even if he is so aggressive during the games and always talking to the players. And sometimes I think players will get fed up with that. But yeah, if he does that, besides all the aggressiveness, players must love him for that.
Yeah, that's the way he is during the game. And like I say, if he has respect for you, and he's gonna support you no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
You let him, tell you what it is during the game, and you have to listen. And sometimes, yeah, it can be too much, but you have to make, the how you said, difference sometimes, to take
Yeah.
what he say, and sometimes to say, okay, I try to be more in my game, and the
Yeah.
more you are with him, the more you know when to listen to him,
Yeah.
and when to go.
When
But
not to listen. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, it bring you energy. It's a lot of, I mean, for me, I
Yeah.
work with energy, with emotion, and sometimes he's gonna jump when you score a big basket also,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
and it just bring energy for everybody.
So you're also glad that he's now the coach for the Belgian Lions.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's done a very good job for the moment, when he's there. And of course, yeah, I mean, maybe it's not objective because I've been playing for him for so many
Yeah.
years, but of course, I'm happy he's there, and I hope we can do a great job the national team with him, as a head coach.
What would you say that what are your strong points as a player?
That's always difficult to say. Um,
Because you
I
have
would
been
say,
named, like, last year, the year of or the season 2015-16, you were named Belgian Player of the Year after all those seasons. So it must be something that you really do really well to become that Belgian Player of the Year.
uh, I would say maybe, beside the basketball, technique or something,
Mhm.
is just more my energy. When I come on the court, I give every time 100%,
Yeah.
and sometimes when thing doesn't work like you want, if you give 100%, then you don't have regrets. And
Mhm.
maybe that's for me my biggest, I always say, uh, uh, plus point. I mean, my
Yeah, your biggest advantage. Yeah.
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest will come. Of course, I
Mhm.
think I grew up and I get better every year.
Mhm.
I would say I can be all around players too. It's not like I'm gonna score maybe 20 points every games. But I can pass the ball. I can score when I have to. When I'm in good position from the 3 point, I can drive. I can play defense. Sometimes get the best players. That was also my one of my tasks in
Yeah.
Ostend a lot to get the best scoring player. Um, my shot selection, maybe it can be also my, I would say, disadvantage that I need to be sometimes more aggressive.
Uh-huh.
Aggressive, but that's the way it is. I would say maybe a team player, not selfish. Try the most important is that the team winning at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So I try to take what the game give me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's really important in a team setting, of course. It cannot all be egos that do whatever they want to do. Bringing that energy and bringing your defensive capabilities to a team is very important. Once you gained the level of being the best player of Belgium, you decided that you needed to go on another level, to go on a higher level.
Hmm.
Was that a conscious decision that okay, now I'm Belgian Player of the Year? There's nothing more for me. We've been champion. We've done it all here in Belgium. You didn't want to stay longer in Belgium at that time.
No, I mean, uh, there was a plan already before, but you cannot go every time abroad like you want. You need to have opportunities. And I think before I left, I had still 1 year uh, with Austin on the
Hmm.
contract. And so after the year I was Belgian Player of the Year, there is one team who was interested in me,
Hmm.
and it was Gavlin, and
Hmm.
they were willing to pay the buyout because I had a buyout.
Yeah.
So uh, so I decided to go there, and there was the French league. Uh, so for me, it was a better league than the Belgian league, and it was also not like a big team. I mean,
Mm.
they were in top five,
Yeah.
budget wise, or they tried to reach the playoff every time, and I think that was a good transition for me to go abroad and to try the best I can there. Yeah.
Because you already had a feeling that you would be able to play a lot of minutes there.
Yeah, I mean they start to choose a player who come from abroad is to play minutes, is not to stay on the
Mhm.
bench. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they take a French guy or
Yeah.
so. Yeah, that was the purpose to play a lot of minutes. And unfortunately, I got injured with my shoulder in the summer. So the first year for me was not easy because I recovered from my shoulder injury and I started to play in the end of February,
Mhm.
March. So it's not easy to get in the team after that. So the year after was better for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
the second year when they decide to extend my contract.
And they decided because they already were convinced with your energy and your defensive capability that you could make it, that you could make
Um,
an impact on the team.
uh, but that time, the assistant coach,
Hmm.
I worked a lot with him during my rehab. I mean,
Yeah.
after my rehab, when I came back, we worked a lot in the mornings, and he stepped up as a head coach.
Oh yeah.
And we also, yes, we had a good contact. He saw I was working,
Hmm.
and I think he was convinced also about my abilities. So he said, "Okay, let's go. Do you want to play for me next year?" And I said, "Of course." With the season that I had before was not that good. I mean, because of my injuries.
Yeah, for sure.
So of course I stayed there, and I think that was also a good decision because I made good season too.
Mhm. And you were noticed then by Strasbourg because of that good season, or was it an
Yeah, I
opportunity that
mean
came along?
I think that came along because at the end, very good, good statistics too. At the end of the season, great. And the assistant coach from Gravelines, a Finnish guy, used to be assistant coach from Strasbourg the year before, and he came back in Strasbourg. So probably he talked about me how I
Yeah,
was, and it's important sometimes for the team to know how you are as a player. So
yeah.
characters wise. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think that helped too. And
And for you, like,
that's why I
yeah,
went there.
and also because the head coach of Strasbourg is Collet, is the head coach from the French team, from the French national team. I guess that
Yes.
also made you decide to really go there as well.
Yeah, of course. I try to see every time the on the sport level was the best.
Hmm.
And when you have colleagues who call you and ask you to come, I don't think you can think too much and say,
Just
oh,
have to
maybe I'm
go.
gonna pass.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to. And also, it was
it's hard.
Strasbourg. I mean, Strasbourg play for the last before I came. The last 5 years, they play final of the French league.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, for me, I think that was the next step that I had to do
Hmm.
to to grow in my career.
But your minutes were getting a little bit less and less and less over the few couple of months.
Yes,
Why do you think that is? Is what would be the
uh,
biggest reason?
I will say the my first year there, we didn't uh, play as we expected. The
Mm.
team should be. Okay, we won a trophy, we won a Leaders Cup, but the team wasn't playing well, and we reached the playoff uh, at the end, and we got knocked down the first round of the playoff. And then for the second year, they wasn't sure to keep me new too.
Mm.
So that was not sure, but I had a contract. So at the end of the day, I stayed there,
Yeah.
and the second year wasn't better too. We didn't
No.
play good as a
Yeah.
team, and there is a lot of changes. Players left, the coach left too,
Coach left. Yeah.
Korea left too, and I wasn't feeling with the team comfortable. Doesn't get confidence
Mm.
playing with everybody, and that's how when you step on the court and you don't feel
Mm.
confidence, you don't play as how you're supposed to be. And that's why my minutes get down because I didn't bring. I have to be honest. I
Yeah.
didn't bring what I had to.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah,
So confidence was a really big part of it. Was it also
yeah,
because the organization itself was really changing a lot? Like always new players, new coaches, new way of playing.
yeah. But
That,
I had a good connection with because the assistant coach took over. So the
mm.
Finnish guy,
Oh
I had
yeah.
good connection with him. And with the players, there was a great group of a guy. So we laugh with each other. Was good, but for some reason on the court was not
Yeah.
going well.
Yeah.
And I was because, like I say, I'm a team player. I need a system going well. For me, it wasn't I wasn't doing good.
Yeah.
That's why uh, as my minister down here.
So does it feel that your move to Strasbourg, where you thought it was the next step in your career to gain a new level, was that like a mistake now, if you think back on it? Did you reach a new level of play or?
I will not say it as a mistake. It's just you learn.
Mm.
You cannot say, "Oh, I should not go there." I was really happy to go there. I had great games too there, and I learned also a new vision of basketball from Collet.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. Collet, I would say like tactic wise,
Hmm.
great. He show you a new way to see basketball that I wasn't used to, because playing so many years in Belgium and for some other coach, and this I learned too. So it's in me now. I learn how to,
And what is the biggest
those
difference?
things.
What would you say you learned the most from Colette?
Yeah, I mean it's difficult because it's more
Yeah.
like X and O's. It's basketball really. It's difficult to explain like now, But the way to to move around a certain system, to it is difficult to explain. But I would say on some tactic wise, I learned another step of basketball.
I was just passing a train by my house. Now it's um, yeah. So you made also now the decision to go to another league, to go to another team because of your minutes were not there. So you were you cut from the team, or did you make this your decision yourself to go to another team? Whose decision was it?
Uh, uh, it was more my decision, yeah, in the sense that I wasn't feeling, well, and good thing I had national team window.
Mm.
In those two games, I play. I mean, I think I played pretty decent. The first game I played great against Lithuania. Second game, okay game, but I saw like, okay, I can still play
Yeah.
if I'm in how you say a system who fits me.
Yeah.
I feel confident. I feel better, and it shows me that staying in Strasbourg was not, I think, the good decision. If I keep like this, my minute get down. I need to think about my career too, and that was
Mm.
not the good move for me to stay. I think there. So we tried. We reached an agreement with Strasbourg, uh, and yeah. Before that, we had my agent called me and told me that Bilbao was interested in me. So I explained also to the coach, the Finnish coach, like, for me, I think it's a good opportunity too. It's ACB league. I get the opportunity to go there,
Mhm.
and they understood that. So I'm really grateful that the Strasbourg accepted, because at
Mhm.
the end of the day, I still had a contract,
Yeah.
but they were, we had an agreement, and they let me go, and then I came here in Bilbao.
Nice. Did you already had an idea that yeah you had the idea that the story in Strasbourg was not good or was ending, and did you already think about it before the move to go to Spain? Was that your preferred destination when you would leave Strasbourg?
The thing is, if I didn't have another team, I would not leave Strasbourg.
Mm.
So it's because
The
Bilbao
interest from
was
Bilbao.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bilbao. So then that's how the thing get pushed.
So it's not
But
like you already talked to the guys that already play in Spain, like Van Rossum, Tumba, De Zeeuw. There's a lot of Belgian guys now in Spain. Did you talk to those guys that they, or maybe they talked to some of the guys from Bilbao, or was it not really connected to anything?
no, no, it was not connected to that.
Yeah.
For sure, I wanted. I mean, since I'm playing to play in ACB, Spanish league for me is one of the
Yeah.
best in Europe. And so yeah, but like I said, the opportunity came when there was this interest for me,
Mm.
uh, and then that's where I decided to go.
It was like a really gift for you because, I mean, there's not a lot of opportunities you get like that, especially if you're
Yeah,
not really playing that well in a French league, that a Spanish team thinks about you. What did you ask them why they thought about you?
no, didn't ask that. But I mean, that's sometimes why you have to understand a player can have a year when he play less good than the year before. It doesn't change the player he is.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
I think as a professional player, I mean, I show my capacity and what type of player I am.
Mm.
And the team, when they look for a player, they look for a certain profile. So this profile is not gonna change even if I'm playing less good, and you know. So I think that's the profile that I was interested them, and that's why they asked for me.
What do you think about the team? What do you think you can bring the team, Bilbao?
But the positive thing here when I saw in Bilbao is every players, really share the minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and one step on the court, everybody give everything. They don't think about the statistics, and you can see also that the team is well balanced. That everybody when step on the court gonna bring something, gonna get involved in some way, and I think this really fits me. Uh, and I was really feeling good and happy when I was here 2 weeks practicing, and I did my first game. I did after 2 days of practice, so I played only 5 minutes. I was not even expecting to go on the court.
Yeah.
So we lost. In the second game, we played against a team from Maxime de Zeel, and I played 16 minutes and I scored 10 points. So I was already feeling good, and also, yeah, with the teammates, they welcomed me very well, and so it's really a pity that now the league
Real bad timing
suspended.
actually for the coronavirus to show up for
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah,
But it shows that how important a team chemistry is, right? Or even
yeah,
beyond that, organization that is stable, that has, like you said, the balance in the team, that you can just fit in and just start playing like you've been playing there for years. And what an
yeah,
impact it
and
has on a player as well. When you don't
yeah.
feel
That,
good,
that
you don't play well. Yeah.
that's true. You say it all. For me, you just say it. And also a good example when I came back for national team, I played good too because
Mhm.
I got also more involved. In Strasbourg was something that I was not getting too much involved too. More sometimes waiting to do something, and you need. I think for me, when you have a team, you play 5 on 5. Sometimes 2 on 5. The
Yeah.
ball you need to share the ball. You need. I mean, and for some players, they fit well when the system when the ball doesn't move too much and
Mhm.
much running gun. But I think I fit more when I'm in a team where the ball is moving, good structure also. Yeah.
And yeah, despite the coronavirus, of course, you can't really do anything. But they are talking about reopening the league just a little bit. What can you say about that? Will you be able still to play this season? A couple of games? Any games?
That's the big question mark. Uh, like I say, we try to stay fit, but it's not the same that practicing every day on the court. You cannot run like you want.
Mm.
So if we start back, they say that we have at least 3 weeks, I
Mm.
think, of maybe preparation before
Yeah.
to start the competition back. No, we don't know when and how it's gonna start. There's a lot of question mark.
Yeah.
So for the
But
moment, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
No.
just waiting.
Mhm. Let's just say season ends. You already have to prepare for next season. What is your goal for next season with Bilbao?
But I don't know if I'll be in Bilbao
Oh,
because I don't. I'm only to the end of the season, so I don't know.
oh,
No.
okay. So it's even more unsure for you now.
Yeah, we will see what happens. Just need to
And
be
even
ready.
that situation, you don't really know what's going to happen. Do you already talk to the agent, or do you know any information about that?
No, there's a lot of question marks, so you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
You just we have to wait and see what will come, and now be focused if the season's gonna start or no, and that's it.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's the difficult part. Like you don't know what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. So
So
yeah,
you stayed in Spain because the team wanted you to stay there? Because if you don't know
Yeah.
that you're going to play there next year, does it make sense to still stay in Spain? Or
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's not easy, but it makes sense in the way um, I have a contract. I'm a professional, and that's how it works. And to be there, to be ready if we start the practice to practice back. I
yeah,
don't know if I go back to Belgium, if I can come back right away, or so. For me, it's being professional and be available because I'm under contract. I have a contract, so that's how it is.
okay. Well, it must be also awesome if you would be able to stay in Spain, that you could play against all the other Belgians, your teammates actually that are in the Belgian lines as well. Why do you think that there are so many Belgians right now in Spain? Is that a coincidence,
Uh, I don't know. I
or
mean,
do yeah?
we have Belgian players also with a lot of talent and who
Mm,
are good level players.
mhm.
So for sure, the team gonna look at them and be interested in them. So I don't think it's a coincidence. The players who are playing now in ACB, I think they deserve to play there because they show some qualities, they show some skills, they show something that the team get interested into.
It will have also an impact, I can imagine, on the Belgian lines. If you play at that high level in that competition, it will have an effect, a good effect on the Belgian lines. You think that it will create a new level for the Belgian lines to get to the biggest tournaments again?
Um, I think it can help for sure because the more experience you have in higher or top level games, or better it is. Uh, and also, I think we show the last window. We show how good players were in the
Mm-hmm.
team from the national team who were there in the window. How good we played together, and how everybody could bring something.
Mm-hmm.
Even player who even still play also in Belgium. I mean, they are also quality guys and playing good and bring something. And I think more of thinking about who is playing where is more the national team, the group we create, and what everybody can bring. It's not because you play there or there that you, you for the national team you bigger than another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works for the national team. But also, players like Sam Van Rossum, Jonathan Tabou, who've been playing, Maxime Dezay, who've been playing in high level for a long time. They can bring something to to the national team, to the young guys, to show them how it is. And for sure, yeah, the practice then gonna be better, and practicing against a better player is good for the young players who join now the national team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And there is kind of a new generation also coming up with a lot of talent. Right now, most of them are playing in Belgium. Some of them are playing abroad. Um, those new talents are also looking, of course, to players like you who play abroad. What would your advice be for those young players? Like you played 8 seasons at a high level in Belgium. Would you advise them to just stay as long as you can in Belgium and then make the jump abroad, or do it earlier?
Uh, I think you cannot set a rule like when to leave or when to stay. You have to be 100% behind your choice first if you want to stay, if you want to leave,
Mhm.
um, and then see what the opportunities come. If it's for me, I was looking first uh, on the sport level, the opportunity of the the level of the sports,
Yeah.
not other things, but sports. What's
Uh-huh.
gonna bring me?
Mhm.
Where it's gonna bring me? If gonna get better and so on. So just maybe see what's the situation. How is it the situation there? But to see this first. And then the rest to be patient. We have to be patient. Like you say, I stay a long time in
Yeah.
Austin, and for sure, some of the year you want to try to go abroad, but if it's not your time, it's not your time. Then you gotta keep working and keep believing that one day it's gonna happen, and maybe it's gonna be in 2 years, maybe in 5 years.
Mm.
As long as you believe in yourself and you work, and every year you show an improvement. Because if you don't show an improvement every year, for sure it's going to be difficult to then, if you want to leave the country in Belgium, then it's
Mhm.
going to be difficult. But if you show every year an improvement, it can happen. Yeah.
Do you think that the Belgian competition is perceived as good enough for agents to look at to get some players to get them out of Belgium to another team?
Uh, yeah, for sure. I think the years before, the level of the Belgium league was higher. We have to be honest. When I remember the years when I was there with Matt Lojeski, Damon Mallet, Brent Wright, uh, all those players. I can call them a lot of players, but for sure, I think the league was
Mhm.
for me on a higher level with the players. For sure, then more team from abroad gonna look at it.
Yeah.
But no, like I say, also is about the profile of the player.
Mm.
Sometimes they're looking for a certain profile. Uh, if your agent can help you to put you also in push you in some direction and show you, look, okay, he's playing in Belgium, but he's doing decent, he's doing good, but he can do this. Give him a try, and.
And did you feel like the level of competition was decreasing over the couple of years you played in Belgium? Or is it only like the last couple of years you see that the level is not as high anymore?
It's difficult to talk about because I'm not playing now in Belgium, but it's I think when I was there, yeah, I could feel a little bit
Mm.
through my last years that the level start
Yeah.
to maybe a little bit decrease
Yeah.
because also you saw every time the same team going to the finals, so
Yeah.
you saw every time the same team, so it can show you that we had two level in the competition, the top
Mm.
team and the team who try to reach the playoffs, and so that's how it shows a little bit this, in my opinion.
Mm. And this is completely different, I can imagine, in France or in Spain. You also have, of course, the top teams, but there are more teams as well, of course. Is it also a way that how the league is structured, or the organizations that are maybe yeah, more professional, I wouldn't say, but have more leverage or have more possibilities to do something about the level? What do you think is the biggest
Uh,
difference?
I think uh, the fact that there is more teams
Mm.
helped. I think for sure too, and also to be honest, the money wise,
Mm.
if the team has some more money, they're gonna bring
Better.
players with
Yeah.
better players.
Yeah.
Belgium League, I think the budget of every team, I don't know, got lower. I think maybe every year or something. So for some players, it could be less attractive. One brings another. If there is more money, players with high level are probably gonna come, and if they come, they're gonna raise. They're gonna raise. I think the level of the championship, and for
I
sure
can
there is
imagine.
more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in France you have more money in France for sure. Not every team, but a lot of teams got nice budget.
Mm-hmm.
I think for sure more than most of the
Belgium
Belgian teams.
teams. Yeah.
And I think one and another is related. Yeah.
I can imagine
So
for a player that it is really nice to be in a situation where almost everything is taken care of. Is that also the biggest difference? Like when you play for a team in Belgium, you have to do all of it yourself, or no?
no, I mean I can only speak about Ostend, but because I play only in Austin. But for me, Austin is not. It was really good. I mean, it was good organized. Not more or less than the team that I've been playing in France.
Yeah.
It's almost the same on this.
The biggest difference is the level of play, the quality of players, the quality of basketball.
I think so. The player, yeah. If you have better, I mean, it's normal. Like EuroLeague, you have all top players. When you see games from EuroLeague, it's really high level games. And why? Because there are high level players. So for sure, the league's gonna build around the players who play in. And
Do you think that adding more teams to a league will help?
from Belgium league,
Yeah.
I don't know, because you don't have to bring teams to say, okay, we bring teams, bring more competitive teams,
Yeah.
And I think that's more important first, to don't see every year. I will say that the same team, to have more. I say
Be more competitive in the league
yes,
itself. If you have
yes.
teams that can beat each other, and eventually you have
It's gonna be more attractive too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, for the fans, maybe, I don't know, to
well,
everything.
if you're a fan of Ostende, it's great, of course. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. But
and will we ever see Quentin Serron back in Belgium?
I don't know. Who knows? That's something I don't know yet. I see. I think day by day. I mean, season after season, what's gonna be. For sure, he's not in the plan now. For sure, he's not in the plan. But you cannot decide what's gonna be. Yeah, you can predict it.
But we hope, of course, that you're only 30 years old. I mean, you're still so young, and you have a lot of years to come to play at the highest level. I'm going
Yeah,
to thank
that's the
you
point.
for your time, Quentin. I hope the
Thank you.
situation will
Thank you for the
improve.
invitation.
No problem. I hope this situation will improve pretty quickly for you, so you know what you gotta do, what you can do. I hope you can stay in Bilbao. It would be great to see you play you there and to give you a shot.
Thank you.
But we'll see. We'll stay in touch. Thank you very much, Quentin.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye, Stefan. Bye.